Hello, everybody. This is another Lamley sneak peek preview. I've got new Hot Wheels 2025. I teased this one. We'll get to it in just a second. The upcoming Bugatti Super Treasure Hunt. We'll get that on the turntable here in a little bit. But I've got a whole nother batch of sneak peeks, courtesy of our friend designer Andrés, Andreu. He works in graphic design. He works in with Leeway. Doing a lot of different designs, and he sent over a batch. Leeway sent over a batch, and then he sent over a batch as well. And there's some really, really good stuff here. It's almost entirely Euro too, which is kind of cool. So I want to give you just a quick little recap of some of my favorites that we've done sneak peeks of in the last few weeks. The Porsche Carrera, this key fob style in red with black trim. I'm putting them in the case, but they're kind of out of the shot. That's one that I showcased a little bit ago. I'm really looking forward to that. That's coming out. The Audi, we don't know. I don't know if, I think most of these are hitting the main line, but they could be hitting like mystery batches or 5-packs as well. But the Audi returns in 2025. I'm particularly fond of this nice clean Zamac. The Cadillac racing car, I'm really excited about that one coming out in a Zamac color. And if we're not going to get a full racing livery, getting it like this, looking raw with the gold rims, super excited about that one. Of course, the Chevy Silverado, that's coming with the first one officially with small rims, looking very much lowrider style, especially with the white walls. I'm really excited about this one. I think it looks fantastic. I think Leeway did all of these designs that I'm showing right now. And then, of course, and we've talked about this one quite a bit, but we showed this regular version of the McLaren in the last sneak peek video. That's coming, the McLaren Speedtail. And then, of course, the Burnt Orange Super Treasure Hunt is coming as well in that very soon. I don't think anybody's shown it on the card yet. I haven't seen it yet. And then, of course, we showed the Mazda 787B and this other racing livery, tribute livery, coming out very soon. All of those are out of the shot. I apologize. But that's a review of some of the cars I like, because we're going to get a lot that I like in this one. And you'll see here in a second, including a new model that, well, we'll get to it. All right. Let's just start with a couple. This is a recolor. I think I've got a couple of recolors here, more than a couple, but they're kind of nice. Here is the, what is this one called? The Supercharged. This is a recolor. The first one came in a very kind of nostalgic Hot Wheels racing livery, blue, but Andres has done, well, he's just gone completely the other way, and I actually like this one a lot better. I understand the nostalgia blue with the first version, but he's taken the colors and gone completely left field. I don't think anyone would have predicted this color combination, but I actually like it. Am I going to collect it? No, I'm not going to collect it. Am I going to appreciate the color change here that Andres did? Absolutely. I think that is pretty cool. Next one, we've talked a lot. This one has kind of a nostalgic vibe to it too. The Drift and Brake. I can't remember, is it red or purple, the first color? I'm trying to remember. I'm so bad with these originals, but I do like this burnt orange that he sent over as well. And I'm liking the deco on these, the simplicity of the deco. It's got such a muscle vibe here, and a shooting brake, obviously drift and brake, and I think that thing looks really cool as well. I know they're both out of the shot, kind of, and I apologize for that, but you'll be fine with what's coming. I mentioned we got Euro vibes here. I think we might be all Euro. So if we're going to be doing that, let me start classic. I think one of the more appreciated. It may not have been everyone's There are hype models that will always get more attention, but I think a lot of car people really loved Hot Wheels' decision and execution of the Lotus Type 49, the 69 Lotus Type 49. We saw it especially with these new rims that they're using. We saw both in British Racing Green. I think there was a number 4 and a number 5, and I think the driver was a gray, interior piece on one and then white on the other. Really, really well done, and it's a really cool casting considering it's metal chassis, metal body. Of course, the engine part is plastic, but a beautifully executed model within those boundaries that they can do with basic. And I just think like this, in a lot of ways, feels premium and is really, really cool. And so, like I said, it may not have been a Skyline or a Porsche or a Euro or a JDM kind of thing, but a classic Lotus. A lot of people were really into this model, and including me. There's your next color. I didn't even talk about it. I just talked about the casting. Here is the next one. Team Lotus livery. I love the color trim on this one. And it's really going to fit in nicely with the two green versions from last year. And then here's another one. And I think, I don't know, because, well, I should just tell you, this may or may not be a Zamak. If I'm going with the idea that all Zamaks have, like official Walmart exclusive Zamaks have the Zamak logo on it, then this one is not a Zamak. It's just a standard recolor. And we've seen some, obviously, some raw models that aren't officially Walmart Zamaks. This one doesn't have it. I've looked and looked. I can't find it. I've even looked within these logos with the Team Lotus. I don't see it. So maybe it's not a Zamak. Maybe it is. And they just didn't have room to put it anywhere. I have no idea. But this is either the recolor or the first color of this duo of Lotuses. And so, or Lotuses, I have no idea. But the two of those with the two British Racing Green from last year, you're getting a pretty phenomenal, like we're talking so much F1, you're getting a pretty phenomenal set of these Lotus cars as well. I think I will put them together once they start hitting the main line. All right, let's keep going. Got a recolor for you. I think, I don't know how many colors we've seen of the 2020 Koenigsegg Jesko, but here is the next color. Yellow was the first one this year. Now we get this color in kind of ice blue. Feel like that's coming. This is either recolor. I mean, some of these could be store exclusives. I know one in particular is that Andrés told me, but some of these others might be as well. But this could just be a standard recolor of the Koenigsegg Jesko. I do like it with PR5s. It just looks a lot better, more balanced with the PR5s. I don't know why I haven't really been into the Koenigsegg castings, but I think wasn't there an RLC one coming? I think I'll get into that one. I think that one will look pretty cool, but that looks nice. That looks nice. All right. I did mention there was a Kroger exclusive coming. Why don't we just get to it right now? Porsche 904 Carrera GTS. We saw the first one in kind of a faded yellow Type 7 livery, which is cool. How about this one? Now we get it in kind of a metallic green, kind of a metallic olive green. And I like the first version. I like this one a ton better. I like the black steelies on it. I like the color combination with the silver and the black. It just has a cool, even though the Type 7 logo is very modern, at least the way I see it, it does fit here, and it kind of takes on a retro vibe too. Andrés has done an excellent job in choosing these colors and choosing these designs. It's really, I mean, really, really nice. On that car in particular, it just has I mean, sometimes I can articulate things, sometimes I can't. The vibe on that car is really well done with the black rims, the black roundels. Andrés has tapped into something. Both Leeway and Andrés, I've had a blast showing their stuff. And, obviously we get to see the castings themselves, but really focus on the deco because that's what these sneak peeks are coming from the guys doing the deco. Speaking of, got another recolor, the Cupra E-Racer. Purple, right, was the first color. Check out this color. Now we get a matte gray with gold trim. Totally gives it a new look. And I like this one. This one you really can kind of get a sense of the lines in the casting. And then, Andrés has an eye for color, doesn't he? I think the gray with the gold trim is fantastic. Of course, adding the gold rims as well. This one looks really cool. Cupra is one I've had to learn about, and I think this is a hatch I'd drive in a heartbeat. I think that one is really cool. Another one that I'm trying to remember if this is the first color or the second. I think this might be the second color. I don't remember. I'll just show it because this is another very interesting design. Not only was the casting, it was surprising that cool that the casting was approved, but the deco was approved as well on a first edition. This is the custom Kia EV6. And Andrés has talked about this one, and we've talked about this casting before. Now we get it in this color. Again, it may be the first, I don't know. I can't remember, but the color combination is fantastic. And the fact that this deco, this Kia EV6 anime deco style has been approved for this. And I mean, not only on the sides, which look really cool. And of course, I think the saw blade wheels really work. But look at around the windshield as well. I mean, that is a really phenomenal model, and like such an original deco. These little works that Leeway and Andres are doing, they become little works of art. Some of these, I mean, they're all like that. I mean, I appreciate them all, but like, you think about like what Andres is doing with this one, then you think about how Leeway just changed the entire look of this truck just by changing the wheels and going with the white walls. Now all of a sudden, this has a completely different vibe. It's really cool to see, and that is, that's talent for sure. All right. I mean, the Kia is not, right? That's not Euro, but I think the rest are. And let's just go straight British. Like the Lotus is just heavy, heavy British. The Jag MK1 Mark 1 is super British as well. Here's the recolor. Maroon with the white trim, right? First one. Now look at this one. I think this one is even cooler. We also had the Team Transport version that's out there in British Racing Green. But look at this one, and what I love about this is is what they've done with this fairly new wheel, right? We see it on the Lotus with the chrome trim. I don't know if we've seen it without any chrome on it before, and it just takes on an entirely new, very vintage look. In all black. And it just, again, what I love about this is it really opens up opportunities to make these $1 basic cars look even more sophisticated. And this one really, really does. You really, when you do this, and I mean, I know I'm nerding out a little bit, but why not? I mean, I think some of us have to appreciate these elements of design and art. And the thought that's gone into the wheels of late really are changing, like really elevating these cars. And I'm not, I mean that sincerely. That car looks very different than what we're used to from a basic Hot Wheel. And I really like this. I mean, it now looks like it just has a certain, looks like kind of like hubcap. I don't know. It just has a steely look to it, but that rounded side, I mean, it really elevates these models. I'm like genuinely impressed. Same thing with like, let's see, what's another wheel that we're looking at here? Well, like the Aero style wheel. Now look at how they've used it on maybe my favorite basic casting of all time, the 1989 Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC AMG. Andres knew when he was sending stuff, he knew his way into my heart, because he sent the next version of my favorite casting. He's known that since it was black and silver 2 years ago. It was the red Super Treasure Hunt last year, and it returns in this almost color changing. I mean, what would you call that color? Tan, gold, copper. I mean, but I see it looks gold in some light. It looks silver in other light. Then the Aero style wheels gone black with a chrome lip. And I love and thank you, Hot Wheels team, for not putting any like big bold deco on it, just doing headlights and taillights. Now we have silver, black, red, candied red in the Super Treasure Hunt, and this beauty. Give us a plain Zamac and then move it to premium, and we need a white with white rims. I think we should do that one in premium. Look at me being a boss. Get it done, guys. But I love this. I love this. It remains. And you know what? I should probably mention. Thank you, Andres, for the tan interior on this one too. We don't see a lot of those, and it's nice to see that. He mentioned that he wanted to put the tan interior in there because it just lightens everything up. It gives you a good sense of the detail and changes. Well, I don't think we realize how much it changes the look of the car. All right, couple more. Let's go to the Super Treasure Hunt, and then I'm going to show you the new model. Very much vibes the way the Mercedes is vibed for me too. This one's going to be instantly on my top list, but let's talk about the Super Treasure Hunt. I'm getting ahead of myself. Really excited to see a Bugatti Super Treasure Hunt. I do not think we've seen a Bugatti before, right? I'm thinking of unless there was a classic Bugatti done like 25 years ago, I don't think we have seen the Bugatti. The Veyron, I don't think has been a Super Treasure Hunt. Neither has the Chiron. It's been Zamac, but the EB110 goes Super Treasure Hunt. Very excited to see it. Kind of cool. This is what I call, have erroneously dubbed the plain Super Treasure Hunts. I really mean the clean Super Treasure Hunts. Just like the McLaren, we get this beautiful, beautiful, just clean Spectraflame paint. Details on the front and on the back. And the TH is on the license plate. That's it. How awesome is that? Aero Real Riders. The regular car is purple. I mean, duh. It's and it's pretty close to this one, and then it has the Aero basic wheels, right? That you're seeing on the Mercedes. So that's what the regular looks like. The Super Treasure Hunt is fabulous. I love that. You know, I really like the Chiron and the Veyron, but I actually think the EB110 might be my favorite Bugatti casting, just because of the classic vibe to it. So anyway, lastly, this one is not only a cool casting, but its debut deco is off the charts cool, and I'm really, really excited to show it. So the casting we did last October, we saw a prototype raw version of the casting designed by Brian Zhao, and got to get a sense of the casting. And then I asked about the deco, and he said, we'll talk about that later. Wink, wink. Andres took it on. Let's go ahead and show off the BMW 635 CSI. Oh, I mentioned those rims. They are the first thing that pop out. These copper colored retro 4-spoke rims. John Player special tribute, I guess we would say. HWS there, the number 35. You see logos, you see names. I mean, this is an incredible casting. And then what Brian has done with the casting. So you're looking at a lot of things here. You can look at Andres's designs, and then you can look at Brian's execution of the car. And a couple of things to look at as it's going around. You'll see that the headlights and the taillights are separate pieces. They're part of the window piece. You'll also see that there's a tinted window, and one of the reasons is it hides a little bit of the fact that the interior is chrome, and that chrome interior then bleeds out into the front and back. So not only are you getting a break in the headlights, but you're getting a break in the bumpers as well. Then add to that the black chassis, and now you're getting a car with these wheels that are fantastic as well. You're getting what basically looks like a premium model. You've got, they even didn't have to do the front headlights or tampo them or the back taillights, yet you're getting them. The CSL was like this too. And it's an amazing execution. It's a beautiful model. And then Andres's John Player tribute just makes this an amazing debut. Like, I'm vibing on this. The last car I vibed on this way in the basic range was that casting. And now it's this one. I am so excited. So you're going to hear me go on and on and on about how much I love that casting. There you go. Not bad, right? How's that for a batch of sneak peeks? I mean, I'm truly, truly digging them. I just like full on execution of the graphics. And of course, I have so many castings that I really like. So I've waxed on enough. You guys tell me what you think. I want to know what one you're most excited about. Do you like the new model? Do you like the Super Treasure Hunt, the Kroger exclusive? Do you appreciate the Lotus as much as I do, and a lot of other people do? Especially a lot of good vintage car racing fans. I mean, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. You guys tell me what you think. Thanks, everybody. Bye.